Happy day and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and pleasure, delightful pleasure, that we're here this afternoon to pay a very special recognition to a couple who spent many, many decades together. And when I met this very good friend of mine several months ago, and he introduced me to his in-laws, and he asked me if there could be anything special that we could do. I said, what better way than to acknowledge the fact that this young couple have been together for more than 7 decades, and I'd be honored and humbled to do that. So, Lucky Sakamoto, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me this blessing to present this resolutions to the Rodons for their 71 years of marriage. And to the listening audience out there in Guam and everywhere around the world, a very Merry Christmas and a blessed, prosperous New Year. And I just want to say, on behalf of the 35th Guam Legislature, this resolution was introduced as resolution number 275-35 COR. It was introduced by myself as the speaker and the rest of the members of the 35th Guam Legislature, and it's relative to recognizing Mr. Albert Kansing Roldan. Am I saying that right? And Mrs. Melita Villarante Roldan for their commitment of 71 years of marriage, and commending them for demonstrating the value of love, determination, persistence, and self-sacrifice. Ladies and gentlemen, this resolution says, whereas it talks about their history, and it says, whereas Mr. and Mrs. Albert C. Roldan, Mr. Albert C. Roldan was born in August 7, 1924, and is the son of Louis and Dolores Buenavista Gumares, Republic of the Philippines, and Mrs. Melita Villarante Aldan was born on May 18, 1921, and is the daughter of Rafael Villarante and Salome Andrada Villarante of San Jose Nueva Ecija, Republic of the Philippines. And growing up, Albert had spent his younger years in Buena Vista, then moved to Iloilo City to attend high school. After that, he moved to Manila to attend the Philippine Nautical School, where he studied academics for 2 years, which was followed by onboard training. And 2 years before completing his studies, Albert moved to Okinawa, Japan, where he was engaged in a ship pilot job and navigated commercial as well as U.S. military vessels in various ports there. And during one of his vacations to Manila, Albert met Melita. And Melita spent almost all her youth at San Jose and moved to Manila to attend, am I saying this right, Adamson University, to become a teacher. And she was a resident of Manila for 7 years. And Albert and Melita got married on October 15, 1948. And 2 years later, their first daughter, Sandra, was born on July 16, 1950. Following Sandra was Rosemarie, born in 1952, Beverly in 1954, and Robert, born in 1956. And Albert had lived apart from Melita and their growing children due to his work commitments in Okinawa. But in 1970, Albert received a job offer with Cabras Marine Corporation to serve as a pilot on Guam. And soon after, in 1971, he brought his family from the Philippines to live in Guam, and in 1973, Albert and Melita built a home in the village of Agana Heights, and Melita acquired a flower shop. Some of you may remember the Liberty Florist in East Agana. Running the small business for 11 years, and Albert worked at Cabras Marine Corporation, a company, for more than 24 years and retired at the age of 70. And Albert and Melita Roldan are blessed with 5 children, 12 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee of Rules of IMI na 35 na Legislatura in Guam, which is the 35th Guam Legislature, does hereby, on behalf of Legislatura in Guam and our people of Guam, recognize Albert and Melita Roldan for their commitment of 71 years of marriage and commend them for demonstrating the values of love, determination, persistence, self sacrifice, and be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chair on the Committee of Rules certified and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption whereof, and that copies be thereafter transmitted to the family of Mr. and Mrs. Albert and Melita Roldan and the Honorable Magahaga, Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, y Magahagan Guahan. Ladies and gentlemen, this was duly and regularly adopted by the Committee of Rules of Imina 35 na Legislatura in Guahan, the 35th Guam Legislature on the 26th day of December 2019. It was signed by myself, Speaker Tina Rose Muña Barnes, and Senator Amanda L. Shelton, the acting chair of the Committee on Rules, and also our legislative secretary. And I just want to say to the family here, 71 years being married together and being around, God has truly, truly bestowed many wonderful blessings on them. I see the children, the grandchildren, and I hear, as I was reading the resolution, great-grandchildren. Not very many a time where people can say that they have their great-grandchildren with them. So on behalf of our people of Guam and the 35th Guam Legislature, we congratulate the both of them on 71 years of marriage. Can we give them a round of applause? And at this time, we're going to take an official photo. We're going to take an official photo with the couple, and then I'm going to ask all the family to come up and join me, and I'll have my policy assistant take over and take some wonderful shots. So at this time, Ryan?